BamaCentral.com. I'm Joey Blackwell here with Katie Windham, and this is Instant Analysis following Alabama football's 2023 A-Day game, resulting in a 30-21 win for the Crimson team over the White team. If you're wondering why I am dressed like this, is because I was a media coach today, so I don't want to see any hateful comments on YouTube. Not that we get that many comments anyways, but Katie, you were up in the press box, I was down the field, so we both had our own unique perspectives. What did you, initial takeaways, what jumps off the page for you from this A-Day game?
Yeah, well, kind of my focus was the quarterbacks, and I think the biggest thing is we still don't have an answer. I think some of the players we've heard good things about throughout the spring, like Justice Haynes, we saw some good things out of him. Malik Benson, the transfer wide receiver, we didn't really see much out of him until that very last drive, but he looked impressive, and I think kind of, even though maybe today wasn't the best overall performance that some people were hoping for, even though, like Saban said before, scrimmage is kind of a double-edged sword. If the defense is doing well, that's a good thing, but that means the offense isn't, or if the offense is doing well, you know. But I'd say overall it maybe wasn't the best performance, especially from the quarterbacks, but Saban to me has seemed pleased with this team all spring. He liked the way they practiced. He didn't really seem disappointed after the scrimmage, even though the wide receivers had some drops. He said he still really likes this group, so we saw a lot of good things out of the defense. First team defense getting a lot of sacks, and so it may not have been exactly maybe what fans were looking for, but I think this team is in a good place overall.
Yeah, you know, you talked about how great the defense was. Malachi Moore kind of stepping up, a guy that really had a solid freshman year and has kind of faded away since, really coming out and having a really good game here today. That bodes well. If he's doing well, there's usually some others that are doing well around him. So I know a lot of people were concerned about the secondary coming in this game, but they looked actually really good, especially when you combine the first teamers and second teamers together and add that depth. Talking about quarterbacks, obviously, like you said, the big question coming into here was the quarterback battle. You have Jalen Milroe, you have Ty Simpson. Now Eli Holstein might be thrown into the mix. Like, what were your takeaways from the quarterback battle? It's still probably going to be going on until September.
Well, really, the guy you didn't mention, Dylan Lonergan, I think may have had the most, maybe not impressive, because we saw some really good passes out of Jalen Milroe and Ty Simpson, but he was the most efficient guy with the time he had, and kind of every time he was on the field, was kind of able to move him down. He was the only quarterback that did not have an interception in the game. Holstein, Milroe, and Simpson all threw interceptions. And so, yeah, it's kind of, where are we? I think we saw some similar things out of Milroe and Simpson. Milroe's more known for his legs and his speed. We also saw Simpson be able to run the ball, which you also have to remember he's going against the second-team defense. Milroe was against the first-team defense, which is able to have a little more success rushing the quarterback. Even though also with the scrimmage, you kind of have to take things with a grain of salt because they all on the no-contact jerseys. So it's kind of, you know, tough to figure things out. But like I said, Saban seems pleased with the options he has, and it's ultimately going to be, it's got to move from him just having these options to picking the guy. And there is, you know, a little bit, we're trying to figure that out. There is summer where they're not together as a team a ton. It's more workouts, but then they'll have fall camp, you know, in August. And so there was the completion percentage, not what you'd want to see. The turnovers, not what you'd want to see. But the drops from the receivers are something you would not want to see, and I think that kind of negatively skewed a lot of the quarterback stats from the drops, a lot of the drops we saw today. And so I can't tell you after today who the quarterback will be this fall. I think anything would just be a guess at best. And so I think we saw some good things from all four, and it's going to be a little bit more time before we figure it out.
I couldn't tell you either. So with that's where we're going to come. We're going to leave you guys just a few months away until summer, until SEC Media Days. We'll have all of your coverage here at BamaCentral. For BamaCentral.com, I'm Joey Blackwell here with Katie Windham. This has been Instant Analysis. So long from Bryant-Denny Stadium.